This module has been developed by the Michigan State University Center for International Business Education and Research. Section 1, Introduction to Global Marketing. Upon completing this module, you should know some of the issues that face international marketers. It is important to know some of the factors that determine whether or not a company should attempt an international strategy, as it could mean exceptional profits or unmerciful losses. Undoubtedly, we are living in an expanding market. The borders of yesterday no longer exist, and companies are constantly pioneering new frontiers. These international strategies did not come about haphazardly. A company's decision to introduce its product or service to the international market takes careful preparation and execution. For some companies, going international might not be a good idea yet or at all. In this section, you will learn about the following factors that an international marketer should analyze when deciding to take the company to new horizons: international marketing strategies, market-related factors, mix-related factors, and company-related factors. When deciding to go global, one of the first questions a company should ask itself is how attractive the international market looks for the company's product or service. For example, if a company only makes American flags, then the market outside of the United States looks pretty weak. Perhaps that company should slightly modify its product to fit foreign countries. For instance, it could make Mexican flags to sell in Mexico, Japanese flags to sell in Japan, or La Liga soccer club flags to market in Spain. However, if the company is a small one, it should concentrate on only a couple of international markets, perhaps those that are closest and have the fewest market differences than those of the U.S., while making only minimal changes to its product or products. For example, adding a Mexican flag to the portfolio mix only entails using different colored materials and cutting different shapes. Albeit a simplistic one, this particular example illustrates a strategy concentrated on only a few select markets and keeps the product basically the same as the one sold in the domestic market. The alternative would be to diversify. An auto parts manufacturer might fit into this category, especially if the company is large and has a great deal of resources at its disposal. Perhaps it can follow some of its main customers into the countries in which they have a presence. In fact, this move might be forced as part of a contract in which the auto parts manufacturer is the sole worldwide supplier of a particular part for one of its customers. Throughout this module, we will look at more detailed factors that go into making this decision. To understand the market-related factors that can have an effect on the success in any market, the international manager must consider the political, economic, and cultural environment in which they will be operating. Going back to our example of the flag company, let us say that their product has experienced wild success in Mexico, its first international market. The unparalleled quality of its product, competitive price, and national fervor in Mexico has filled its bank accounts and spurred venture capital. The company predicts similar upswings in national pride around the world. Perhaps now would be a good opportunity for the company to diversify its market. However, this company should not just jump to Asia and add 50 countries to its market list without analyzing a number of other market factors. One of the most important factors is that of government constraints. The Mongolian market may be salivating for flags, the supply chain might be well-oiled and ready, and economic indicators may be favorable, but if the Mongolian government protects its domestic flag manufacturers from competition by keeping foreign companies out, then any attempt to penetrate the Mongolian market will be futile. Other market-related factors include the state of the country's economy, which would translate to either poor or strong product sales, as well as the amount and strength of competition. Adding to the list of challenges faced by global marketers are questions about product mix. Product mix refers to the degree of standardization that can be reached with marketing mix elements, specifically product, promotion, and placement. For example, if a company can introduce its product into a foreign country and not have to adjust its promotion strategy because the foreign country's market is very similar to its domestic market, then it can standardize this element of the marketing mix. In other words, it can use the same promotion strategy, such as advertising, coupons, and rebates, in both countries. The same idea applies to the product and placement aspects. More explanation on these elements as well as the fourth P, price, will come later in this module. Standardizing these elements reduces costs and complexity for the marketer. Since every market is different, the degree to which the mix can be standardized varies. Some of the factors that factor into a company's ability to standardize the mix are tariffs and government standards and tests. Consequently, there are many constraints within which a global marketer must work in order to standardize the marketing mix. Another issue that weighs on the global marketing effort stems from the company itself. Firms often mandate certain requirements across all departments and locations that might inadvertently impede marketing efforts. For example, headquarters might require the use of specific suppliers worldwide, or the head office might strangle the international offices with bureaucracy and red tape as part of risk management. Such constraints can severely affect the viability of a marketing effort overseas. They might drive up costs or cause a company to lose its edge in the marketing mix.